When all seemed lost, something awakened.
Where am I?
Tony Stark, resurrected, but not as before.
This isn't my technology. This is magic. What did they do to me?
But he's not alone.
Welcome back, Stark, or should I say welcome to us?
No, this can't be real.
In infinite realities, only one merger was inevitable.
We are doomed.
It's eating me up.
You've always been part of something bigger. You just didn't know it yet.
In another timeline, Victor Von Doom did the unthinkable.
You saved me. Why?
Because only together can we stop it.
A new enemy awakens, the one who destroyed the multiverse.
Then let's stop this bastard.
The future belongs to the fusion of the impossible.
All myselves, watching, judging.
The past, the future, all collapsing. Neither were they a match for what was to come.
I am the error and the correction.
And he walks towards the impossible.
He's coming, and he remembers you.
I'm sorry, love, but I can't go back now.
He's not just a man anymore. He's destiny. The final battlefield has no ground, no time, only destiny.
You don't remember me, but I remember you.
That's not possible.
Not every experiment dies. Some wait.
I am what was born when you gave up.
Genius, hero, arrogant, traitor. No, I'm still here.
When two destinies collide, only one universe remains.
Now I finally know who we are. We are doomed.
The fate of a genius, the rise of Doctor Doom, the echo of sacrifice. After the devastating events of the final battle against Thanos, Tony Stark's name was marked in history as the hero who gave his life to save the universe. Tony's sacrifice had sealed the fate of billions of beings and put an end to the Mad Titan's reign of terror. However, in another part of the multiverse, the end of his story would be just the beginning. In a distant dimension, where the consequences of Doctor Strange's actions in manipulating the fabric of reality were just beginning to be revealed, something unpredictable happened. Strange, in trying to repair the damage he himself had caused by opening the multiverse, inadvertently brought back an entity that the universe had lost, Tony Stark. In a fragment of this new reality, Tony Stark's soul, lost among the webs of existence, found a new home. His body was no longer the same, but Tony's mind, intact and still filled with the genius that had made him Iron Man, was awakened. However, this timeline was in a state of chaos. Victor Von Doom, the sovereign ruler of Latveria, one of the most intelligent and dangerous men in history, was on the brink of death. Doom's body was being destroyed by the energy he himself tried to control in order to obtain absolute power. His ambition and desire to become a god had driven him to a critical state. Upon realizing Tony Stark's presence, Doom, desperate, saw an opportunity to survive. Using advanced magic and technology, he forged an unthinkable pact, the fusion of their consciousnesses and abilities. The new fusion, Doom Reborn. The fusion of Victor Von Doom and Tony Stark created something new and terrifying. The result was not just a simple fusion of two brilliant minds, but the creation of an even more powerful and determined entity, the new Doctor Doom. Now, with Stark's intellect and technological prowess combined with Doom's cunning, magic, and ambition, he became a being whose sole purpose was to conquer all realities and establish himself as the supreme being of all timelines. Tony Stark, in his fragmented state, initially resisted the fusion. The memories of who he once was still lingered, and he tried to fight back against Doom's domination. However, the combination of Victor's magic and his own genius made them virtually invincible. Tony, tragically, was forced to watch from within his own mind as the new Doctor Doom created a plan to subjugate every possible reality. Doom, now powered by Stark's mind, began to manipulate the fabric of the multiverse, exploiting realities, destroying civilizations, and devising a way to unify all timelines under his command. He saw the fusion as a blessing. Stark, on the other hand, saw it as a curse. Return to the battlefield. As the new Doctor Doom expanded his power, the Avengers, scattered across multiple realities, began to feel the weight of a new threat. The presence of an entity with superhuman powers and unparalleled knowledge made them realize that something more dangerous than Thanos was at work. Doctor Strange, sensing the distortions in the multiverse, realized too late what he had done. In trying to repair the fabric of reality, he inadvertently brought Tony Stark back, but in a form he never imagined. Now, Doctor Doom possessed Tony's intellect and Victor's ambition, making him unstoppable. Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, gathered the remaining Avengers, Bruce Banner, Thor, Wanda Maximoff, and Peter Parker. They gathered in Strange Sanctuary, trying to make sense of the threat they were facing. Strange, in his somber tone, explained what had happened. "It's not just Tony Stark," Strange said. "It's Victor Von Doom as well. They have become one being, a fusion of pure genius and destruction. And he is coming to subjugate all realities." He considers himself the supreme being now. The Avengers, shaken by the revelation that their friend and mentor had become the most dangerous villain in the multiverse, prepared for a battle that could define not just the fate of one reality, but all. The showdown in New York. When Doom finally appeared in New York, the city was shrouded in an aura of fear and destruction. He didn't need armies. His mere presence was enough to cause a meltdown. His powers combined Doom's devastating magic with technology that surpassed anything the universe had ever seen. The new Doom manipulated the energy around him with ease, disintegrating everything in his path. The Avengers had no choice but to confront him. Sam Wilson, proudly carrying Steve Rogers' shield, led the charge. Thor hurled his thunderbolts, while Banner, now once again the Hulk, advanced in fury. Peter Parker, struggling with the pain of seeing his mentor transformed, tried to use his abilities to destabilize Doom's armor. But Doom was always one step ahead. He anticipated every move, using his vast intelligence and mystical powers to easily defeat the Avengers. No weapon, no power seemed capable of stopping him. He defeated Thor, incapacitated the Hulk, and blocked Strange's spells effortlessly. Peter desperately tried to get closer, still believing that Tony Stark must somehow be inside. He cried out, "Mr. Stark, I know you're in there. Please fight this." Doom looked at Peter with disdain. "Tony Stark is dead, Parker. What remains now is superior. I am the future. I am destiny." With a single gesture, Doom threw Peter into the rubble, destroying his last hope of saving his mentor. The rise of the superior. Having defeated the Avengers, Doom stood above the ruins of New York, his gaze fixed on the horizon. He knew there were more realities to conquer, more universes to subjugate. Nothing could stop him now. He had become the superior being he had always longed to be, a god among mortals. But deep within his mind, the last sparks of Tony Stark still lingered. Tony, trapped in the depths of his own consciousness, continued to fight, trying to stop Doom from destroying everything he had sworn to protect. However, the merger was complete, and his influence minimal. "They are still too weak," Doom muttered, looking down at the fallen Avengers. But I will let them live. They must see what true power can do. With one last look of contempt, Dr. Doom opened a portal to another reality, ready to extend his reign over all universes. The Avengers, defeated and weakened, were left behind, contemplating the gravity of their defeat. The multiverse would never be the same. Tony Stark, the hero, was lost forever, and the being known as Dr. Doom now walked as the inevitable fate of all realities. Resistance to destiny. The Avengers, despite their defeat, knew that the fight was not over. Strange, deeply shaken, began to formulate a new plan, one that could finally free Tony Stark from Doom's control. Meanwhile, Peter, though wounded, swore that he would never give up on his mentor, no matter how dark the journey. And so, as Doom moved through the shadows of the multiverse, the remaining heroes began to prepare for the inevitable confrontation. They knew they would face something more powerful than any villain they had ever seen, but they also knew that as long as there was hope, the fight would not end. Dr. Doom had won the battle, but the war for the multiverse was only just beginning. So these are our theoretical points. What do you think of all this? Don't forget to leave a comment with your opinion, click the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. I'm Mr. Screen and see you soon. Bye.